Now boarding for Rebuild of Joycast, your weekly destination for anime, manga, and more.
Three people in this room and no one wants to intro the podcast.
We didn't arrange this.
I feel like we're all kind of... I mean, I'm certainly tired. I don't know about you two.
I'm pre-vacation tired.
Yeah, my brain is off.
Like, my brain already went on vacation as of last night. I did a Tears of the Kingdom stream last night, and after that was done, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to go on vacation now.
I have one thing on the brain lately, and it's chess and nothing else. So that's,
yeah, I did see that.
All I think about is chess. It's my whole identity now.
Yeah, Steena's getting... Stena, you've been streaming chess recently.
I have, and
On
I'm
your
getting
own
really
account.
good. I'm up like 200 points on my rating, which is fucking insane in like 2
I was
weeks.
gonna say, yeah, that's pretty big. Cause I've said, like, you got here in Michigan last year, and you had a rating of like, what, 800?
Yeah, like 850, I think.
Yeah, 850, and then I watched you climb to 1,000.
I was at 1100 this morning.
Yeah.
And then I lost 2 games in a row, but like still,
This is
I'm
like
right
talking
there.
fighting game rankings.
Yes, exactly. My power, literally, it's my power level.
For
my
me, it's-
power level is 1100.
For me, it's fucking VGC. Like, we all got our thing. Fighting games, VGC, or,
Chess.
Only one of us plays a grown-up game.
Did I ever tell you when we were in SoccerCon that I entered a fighting game tournament?
At SoccerCon?
How far did you get?
Yeah, it's...
I remember that, yeah.
I did my first round. I beat the guy. He was this chubby ginger guy, and I beat him. But I was really nice. But I may have come off. You know, okay. You know how
Did you steal his milk money?
No. My boy from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Claude?
Claude. Yeah. My boy Claude. I believe. I think
There's lots of
I wanted
boys
to
in
say
Fire Emblem.
Ferdinand for some reason. Fire
Ferdinand
Emblem
von
Three-
Iger.
Yeah, you're Ferdinand von Iger.
Hundo P.
Yeah, Ferdinand von Iger. So I guess I was like, oh hey, I've only played Persona and Blaze Blue. I haven't played Ruby Cross Tag Blaze Blue, whatever, because that's like a collaboration of all their fucking games.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I haven't played this before, so good luck, I guess. I'll do my best. And he like rolled his eyes and shit.
And then you rolled him the back of his head. Just fucking
Yeah, and then
rolled him.
I rolled him the fuck over.
You just didn't show up to the next
Then he's
round?
like, don't you just feel even shittier now?
and then I was just like, oh, good match, dude. You almost had me, but I guess I remember this game better than I did. And I was even like, I was so confused because circle is an assist button, not like a mid like slash or something. Because usually with like the Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear type games, it's light, medium, or slash and heavy attacks. Or is it light, medium, slash heavy? Point is, there's an assist button, so I kept on doing that, and I didn't do anything that I wanted to do in the game, but I managed to beat him. And then next up, a Chinese guy, like, fought me and just absolutely folded me in front of everyone, playing as, Yukiko, I think, from, is it Yukako? Yukari? It's a Persona 4 character.
You cock.
Just
Cucked you with
absolutely
Yukako.
destroyed me. But, yeah, I was really happy that I won, like, the first round of a fighting game tournament.
Hell yeah, brother.
I dropped off of
Yeah.
Pokemon VGC so hard. Basically, right now they're currently in Regulation C, which is they finally started introducing legendaries. I'm like, all right. Every time VGC, I always like the very beginning of a VGC season when a game first comes out in Pokemon, because it's so pure. There's no legendaries. You work with what you got, and it's so much more fun. Now it's just like literally almost every team has like 4 legendaries on it. Plus the fucking in Scarlet and Violet they have Paradox Pokemon that may as well be legendaries too, stat wise. They weren't that bad.
This is like a
but
card game. This is card games? Are we talking about VGC?
No,
VGC, Video Game Championship.
Yeah. So Pokemon, yeah.
Oh, okay,
So like
okay.
after Regulation C, I've fallen off, and I guess next week Pokemon Home goes online.
Oh no.
So Landorus is back. I'm out.
We talked about going to tournaments in Detroit in the early days, and we completely missed the boat on that shit.
Yeah, like, well, they don't like I think that our closest tournament now is Fort Wayne, and I was like, and we were like,
I could go see
yeah.
Pule.
No, I was gonna say we were in Fort Wayne a week before they had that tournament, but I didn't go because that's when they introduced the ruinous legendaries. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going into that fucking shit.
Oh my god.
But before then, I was rocking. I was climbing the ladder on Showdown.
No, like you were kicking ass. You made it to master rank like twice in a row, didn't you?
Well, on Cartridge, I was killing it on master rank, and then And like, and go figure if they started doing the because in Pokemon they also have VGC tournaments online on the cartridge.
Oh shit!
Where you can ladder climb and get and championship points. Basically, Pokemon VGC kind of works where like you get a certain amount of championship points, and then you get an invite to Worlds, which is in Japan at the end of the year.
Ooh.
And I think the current benchmark is 350 points. And depending on how well you do on a online tournament, you can get 50 points.
Oh fuck.
But if you want easy points, you go in person. But that being said, only a set number of players actually get a free invitation though. Like, you get an invite, but you still pay your way there. Professional Pokemon playing fucking sucks. You don't make jack money. You do it for the fun of it. Like, if you go to a Pokemon VGC tournament, those people there are doctors and lawyers and shit. They're like in business majors at college. Like,
see, and this is why I need to start getting good at chess, because you can make thousands of dollars in chess. That shit pays.
Steena tells me about chess, about how much they make in chess. I'm like, oh my god.
The first place team for the Pro Chess League, like I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, the Gotham Knights took home $25,000. But I guess, like, they'd still have to split it among their players, but, like, that's a sweet little cash pot, you know what I mean? Holy hell.
It's crazy. Because so the guy who won the very first Pokemon VGC tournament this year, he flew in from Korea, won the tournament, so basically, like, I think, he won it, so he's now only, like, 100 points shy of World's invite, and they're like, oh my god, that was so cool, you're gonna play some more tournaments, go to Worlds? He goes, bro, I won $1,000 at this tournament. It cost me $3,000 to fly here from Korea. I gotta go back to school, so probably not. And it's like, that's so fucking shit. Because the guy was a really good player too. He did shit you don't normally see, and now he's just not gonna go to Worlds because he can't afford to go to any other fucking tournaments. Pokemon VGC is a fucking joke in terms, like, they need to start paying people.
Oh, straight up.
Because like right now, this is the biggest it's ever been. Because all those guys who got famous in the past are now becoming big YouTubers, and now they're bringing it to a larger audience. Like, they're bringing the crowds now. And you think that if VGC was making more money, they'd pay a bigger pot. Because the more that grows, the better it gets.
But you'd be wrong.
I know, fucking terrible. Otherwise, what else is going on? I should mention, Jax was correct, Val. The beginning of Tears of the Kingdom fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. The whole time Ivan's like, when do I get to play the fucking game?
You feel so railroaded. It fucking sucks.
It seems very like every other fucking game does.
I understand the importance. Peo watched me, so when he played, he said he was able to cut that down into an hour. That's still 50 minutes too much.
An hour of tutorial makes me sick to my stomach.
Like,
I'll walk away and never come back.
Like, they did the best they could. Like, I mean, for me it was 3 hours, but for a long ass tutorial, yes, it looks great, it plays great, but oh my god, for a game that's about unfettered freedom, it feels so relatively railroaded.
Yeah.
But the moment I dropped off that island and got onto the mainland in Hyrule, I mean, like, literally, the minute my boots hit the ground, amazing. Like, I hit the ground, boom, the piano plays, inhale, exhale, oh my god, fucking amazing. The game is goated as fuck, but other than that, that opening is a bit, I understand the importance, man, because they want to get you introduced to the new powers. I think they got scared, and justifiably scared. I don't think they trusted the imagination of their audience. Because I sure as fuck didn't trust my own imagination. There are times where I still forget the power-ups that I have. Like, they just don't feel like you should have them. They feel
they feel busted as fuck.
They feel so busted that it's like, I shouldn't be able to do this. Like, I remember I was trying to, like, traverse this Sky Island. Like, one of the puzzles, you know that, there's that ability where you climb through ceilings?
Oh,
that you can just fly through ceilings? I got trapped somewhere for 20 minutes. Because I forgot that I could just do that. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I could, oh fuck.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure how I feel about going back to it, because there were things about the original one I wasn't that fond of. Like, I like the, say, weapon destruction mechanic. I know a lot of people have an issue with that.
Was it the sexy fish people, Val?
Is that you coming
back for? Did I have
for?
a problem with them, or did I like them?
I was gonna say, like, did you leave the game forever because you were conflicted by wanting to fuck fish?
No,
he's more of a Goron
I'm not
guy.
really.
But
like some hefty.
But
no, I like them. I like them ones with the feathers.
It's improvements across. It's improvements across the board. They made basically Breath of the Wild looks like a fucking like tech demo.
Wait, hang on. I
comparison.
interrupted
I
Val
have
though.
to- I have to
Why
ask,
did you
though.
leave it? Why did you leave it in the first place? Because I interjected before you could tell us.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I loved the first one. I beat it, like, I didn't get all the memories, but I beat it, and I explored, like, all the maps and stuff. It's a great game. But I don't know, my issue with it comes from, like, when I find a secret or a nice chest or something that I've, like, just discovered through my own ingenuity and everything, and checking things out, and I'm like, oh great, another weapon. That's cool, but I kind of want, like, old Zelda-type items that, like, improve my experience or let me like
Right.
traverse
This treasure
something
fucking
better.
sucks. Yeah.
So like
Pretty
I
much.
get what you mean. Like
Like the hook shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking
I
love the
agree.
hook
I'm not.
don't we all?
I've heard there's a few of those in the late game. Like not those items specifically, but like there's definitely more power ups in the late game that you can that definitely does some more things. But I'm with you. The thing is, Val, this game is all about fucking crafting. Like
like Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts.
Yeah,
the difference between flirting and harassment.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild basically changed the gaming landscape. That's the reason why every game's fucking open world now. So Tears of the Kingdom is the reason why now every game is going to have some fucking lazy form of crafting. Trying to chase that fucking thunder.
I'm gonna get so sick of this
you can
mechanic.
just stick anything to everything. Like Genshin Impact next week is like, we have a brand new update. You can glue things in Genshin Impact.
The video game industry is going to learn the wrong lessons from this fucking game.
You can glue one creepy voice actor to another.
Exactly.
You sure can, and often do.
Like, again, they're just gonna keep chasing high fidelity gaming, and it's just gonna kill the fucking industry. And they're not gonna learn anything. All they're gonna do is like, alright, same bullshit, but here's our version of a crafting system that's just not gonna fucking work.
Copy off the
Batten
smartest kid in
down
the
the
class.
hatches, boys.
But,
We're
like, it's
copying
like-
off Nintendo's homework again.
It's like they're copying their geography homework from someone else's algebra homework. It's like, it doesn't work here. It wasn't meant to be here in this space. You know?
Because they can't make a true open world because they're too busy putting fine fucking hairs on people's cheeks. Like, things no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I would
I mean,
just
that's
watch a movie.
literally
Like,
the,
why
what
not
was it?
just
Forbidden
Make a
West?
fucking game. Again, like Breath of the Wild and now Tears of the Kingdom. Again, look what happens if you just make a fucking game. Even if you have to delay it, you will still make your fucking money back. Because look at fucking Overwatch right now. They just
Oh, yeah,
announced
no one
that
gives a shit.
they just never finished their game and they're not going to.
What the fuck?
They sold an incomplete game, as is the popular thing to do in the video game industry now. But Blizzard, so brave of them to mention that, oh yeah, we're just not gonna finish it. We shut down the old game, made a worse version of the old game, with the promise that we would improve it over the next couple of years. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Fuck you.
Christ.
How are we allowed? How is Activision Blizzard allowed to still be in business? How are any of these fucking game studios allowed
They're
to be in fucking business?
uncancelable, and that makes me so upset.
Stop pre-ordering games that are not finished. Don't even pre-order games like Tears of the Kingdom. Do not buy the fucking game until it's fucking finished.
You
Stop
motherfuckers,
it.
you buy Pokemon all the time. And when
Yeah,
I
but
tell
that's
you, don't
Pokemon
buy it.
is
you
more-
Pokemon will get finished.
Pokemon is more
deserve
fucking finished.
better.
Warts and all, warts and all, Pokemon is still a finished fucking game.
Yep.
You fucking
The gameplay
bootlicker.
is
you
finished.
Nintendo, you Pokemon bootlicker.
Oh
I don't
my
know
god,
you.
you
This
still-
is the man I
Oh
fell in
my
love
god, the
with.
frame rate drops when it rains. Alright. Can I still fucking punch
Can I
some
still
guys?
catch Pokemon?
Can I still beat the shit out of a 12-year-old with a Annihilate? Fuck yeah, I
wish
can.
you could. I wish you could do that in Pokemon. You deserve it. It's the highest grossing franchise ever. They should be able
I
to put
agree.
some
I
fucking...
agree. I wish they could delay the game and fucking smooth it out, but at least the game fucking plays.
Yep. The
It
game
fucking
plays,
plays.
and you get a fun experience the second you buy it.
I
Like,
still have fun with that fucking game.
It's the one game
I-
where I'm like, the DLC is additive, not completionary. You know what I mean? It's like, I get an additional experience now, as opposed to, oh, now I can finish
yeah,
the game.
yeah. Now my game.
I
Now
know
my
what you
game
mean.
is done.
I'm just gaming has been so ruined for me in the last
Yes,
couple
yeah,
of years.
no,
I
yes.
am so
You're not wrong.
I hate it. I fucking despise it. And then Tears of
I
the Kingdom
am
happened.
so
This is my
upset.
game for the next, 5 years now.
Like, have you seen that fucking Redfall game or something
Yes.
with the vampires?
Yeah, Phil Spencer
No,
scratched
I
his head.
haven't.
Phil Spencer scratched his head right now. Man, why do our games suck? Because you don't make fucking games.
You make
you
movies.
You make CG trailers that make stockholders go, oh, and then you make E3 viewers go, oh, and then they pre-order. Lather, rinse, repeat.
Honestly,
But a game does not
people-
get made during this process. Money gets exchanged, but a game does not get fucking made.
Honestly, I would really just appreciate it if most of the video game companies and the people in charge would just take their fucking ideas and make them into films or something, because they really don't belong in the video game industry, to be honest.
I agree.
Miss
No,
so
it-
much. I miss so much.
Just call it an
I don't know, the
animated
PS2.
movie. That's the thing.
It's an interactive
Like,
movie, because again,
my
it's just a movie,
favorite
but you press a
game-
fucking button, and I hate that.
One of my favorite games that I discovered in 2016 is Steambot Chronicles. It is such a fun life simulator game. You get to drive around in a giant robot that looks like a car, and everyone has one. You can enter tournaments, you can save the day, you can be the villain, you can do different jobs, firefighting. You can go on the stock market in the game and
That's
manipulate
sick.
things
I
in a
love
way that you
life
can
simulators. I really do.
play Steambot Chronicles if you ever
Okay,
get a
what's
chance.
it
It's one
for?
of my it's on the PS2. It's one of my favorite fucking
It's on the
games.
PS2.
Oh, yeah, she's got
Shit,
one, yeah.
son, hold up. I'm gonna look up what
it's
this
actually
price
really
chart's
good.
at.
It's gonna be
it's
$500
not the-
bucks, I bet.
And it's not the prettiest game
bet I
by
used
any
to
means.
have
I don't
this.
think
I
it's
almost
that
guarantee
rare. I don't think it's fairly. It's got a niche
stacked.
group that love it, but I don't think it's a Rule of Rose or anything like that. I think you could
Steambot
definitely get your hands on it.
Chronicles. Let's see.
Summer 30.
It's 132 for. Well, wait. But my
Really?
PS2 is modded, so I can get the PAL version for $40. Fuck yeah,
Fucking
baby.
do it. Do it.
So
it's
glad I did
honestly
that.
a
Best
great
decision I
little
ever
game.
made.
Let's do it.
Oh,
It's got who played Simone and Gurren Lagann?
I don't fucking know. Was it Monica Rial?
You know,
It's always Monica.
it's Spider-Man, PS4 Spider-Man.
Oh, Yuri Lowenthal?
Yeah, it's got an early Yuri Lowenthal role from 2005 or something in it. It's got a few
That's pretty
actors
based.
who are just coming up in that stuff.
Sick.
It's just a
I mean,
charming game.
that's most PS2 games, honestly, because that's when it was all happening, during that lifespan. You know what?
This game
I
has
did
to
used
be
to have this
finished. They-
fucking game. I genuinely
did?
When I was married, because we had dual income, we could just drop ridiculous amounts of cash on retro games. Our collection would Val, you would cry. It was fucking insane. And I sold so many of those games in the process of separating, and I just the pain in my
I
heart.
was about to say, Steena, you got half, right?
I
Half in the
got
divorce.
I got half, I sold half, so I have about a quarter remaining. So of course one of
God.
those is Rule of Rose.
I mean, you got Rule of Rose. That's all you wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I paid for that one myself, before
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
yeah, that's
wed,
that's
so
just-
there was no way he was getting that one.
Okay, I'm sure you've seen the Flash Gets thing where it's what's his name, head of Microsoft doing his divorce thing.
Phil Spencer
you just
or
sat-
Bill
you-
Bill Gates?
Yeah, Bill Gates. That's it, Bill Gates. It's Steena's just I'm having the dog. He wants some random shit.
Oh,
But
surprisingly,
then
the
he's
dog
like-
was the most actually, not surprisingly. My perfect
Oh.
dog was the most contested item in that entire exchange.
Oh yeah, people always try to get the dogs
So
or something.
dog and Rule of Rose. Those were my conditions.
you can keep the house or whatever. I just want dog and Rule of Rose.
It seems fair. I got the higher end value.
But no, just video gaming in general kind of sucks now. Between gambling, what corporations want you to buy.
Oh yeah, loot boxing
frickin'
and yeah.
live
controversial to
services
say
and all
video
of
games
that.
peaked
The
in
whole thing where it's
2009.
we built this game in a way that you have to play it all the time to get the most out of it and the most experience points. It's just so. I don't give a shit about games anymore. I prefer to listen about what's going on until I find a game that's actually worth my time.
Exactly.
Last year, around Christmas, I treated myself and I bought myself Evil West, which I was actually looking forward to because you know what? It's actually it's a really solid third-person shooter.
Oh yeah, you
It's
brought
got
this one up
co-op.
before.
Yeah, it's got co-op, it's got vampires and cool fights and enemies, a third-person cooldown system. kind of thing going on with different abilities, and you can play the entire game co-op. One of my things with video games, I always say, like me and Jax talk about games a lot, and how we make them. I'm always insisting, if you're gonna make a game, you should always have like an optional co-op mode.
It should be required.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really should.
Co-op is
Like,
fucking awesome. So that's the reason why I was really into games like the early 2010s, because that was during the phase of co-op gaming. Like
Yes.
everything was co-op. So like
Gears
even
of
like I
War
remember
co-op.
Evolve, that Turtle Rock studio or whatever, Turtle Island. I forgot what the studio
Oh yeah,
is.
Evolve. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that game was
cool. I
considered
never
a
got to play
failure.
it.
I had a fucking blast with that game because it was co-op.
Okay, here's a game that actually was a complete flop, and I had a blast with because it was co-op. Brink. It was the first like parkour shooter game that I'd ever come across, and that was like marketed as like kind of pushing it forward with movement and different concepts, and the game was just completely broken. Like everything they advertised wasn't there. They would be like, oh, you're going through an airport and you try to like go through these scanners and it'll alert the enemy that you're coming, so you've got to use parkour to like slide or vault over it or some shit. You can have different body types and make your own character.
So
I was
this
so
was a
excited for
Mirror's
that
Edge
game.
clone that was supposed to be better than Mirror's Edge.
Good luck.
Yeah, and
Right.
well, it was a competitive shooter as well. It was trying to be like Call of Duty and stuff. And my friends, when we played it, I got my TVs. Like I got my old TV from my room in the lounge, and we'd set up his Xbox, and we would play it together, like with LAN and everything when it came out, and it fucking sucked. But we loved it. But I look back on it, and I've even tried to replay it. It is absolutely horrendous how they could have put that out at all.
And now every game is like that. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Every game is Brink.
It used to be a rare
Broken
thing when you'd buy a
promises.
game and it genuinely would not meet your expectations of quality. Because you know, when you're a kid, we've all had this. You're at the shop and your mom's like, you can have one game, and you're looking at these two games. For me, it was Naruto, freaking Uzumaki Chronicles or some shit, and Okami. And I was like,
Okami.
ooh, I love Naruto. And my brother was like, Val, don't you fucking buy Naruto. Okami is like the best. Buy Okami. I'm
Buy
like, but
Okami.
Naruto, and it's one of those things I didn't know at the time. Corporations made anime games just to appeal to the fact that I like Naruto and
Like
not
the
put
Zatch
any
Bell
real effort
game
in.
that I was
I
playing.
mean that's why you fucking grabbed both of them. They look like anime.
Yup.
So I got
100%.
Okami
You
in
got
the end.
tricked.
And I got Okami in the end, and my brother literally would not let me play it. I was so fucking angry. He was like, "No, Val, I'm playing Okami."
No, Val,
Well,
it's
where
my
are you?
turn.
But
Forever.
you've been on it for hours. Yeah, my turn's forever, Val. Fuck you. I hate
My
it.
brother used to get so pissed at me because I got an Xbox 360. I think I bought it. I don't know. Either I bought it or my boyfriend gave me his old one because he got like the Xbox One. But like I had it in my room, and my brother would get so pissed because half the time all I was doing with it was watching movies, but it was mine. So I'd come home from school and be like, I want to watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind for the 50th time. And he's like, fine, here's your fucking glorified DVD player. And I'm like, holy shit. I don't think anything I did in my childhood pissed my brother off more.
Salty.
But I'm like, I'm the big sister,
I
so
kinda
even
get
if it
it.
weren't mine, I would fuck you up.
Low key, Steena, I kind of get it. I'd be upset too.
But it was my item to do with as I
agree.
pleased.
I know I agree,
I could
but, like, you
fucking
know,
smash it with a hammer
as-
if I so
as a-
chose.
As a man, as a boy who loves video games,
Well, I was a girl
I
that
would
loved
be.
video games. I just
I would
loved
also be
movies.
like, what the fuck? You could be playing Assassin's Creed or something. You just want to watch
Yeah,
that fucking movie.
but I couldn't watch I couldn't watch movies with the fuck word in it on the TV in the living room.
I just used my PlayStation 3.
I had baby siblings.
I just used my PlayStation 3 for the web browser it had.
I remember
All
going
right.
on my-
That's what I
yeah.
really mean. I can't watch that in the living room.
All right, do you guys want to fucking?
Wait, no, before we move on, you know what I also miss? I miss actual portable console gaming. I love the 3DS.
Like the PS
and
Vita?
the PS Vita, yeah, I liked that.
Man.
I had freaking Soul
Way ahead of its
Sacrifice or something on the PS Vita. That game was so cool, but it was just full of Japanese shovelware.
Yeah, I didn't have one, but I had friends that had that. I'm like, that's cool and all, but like, cause I Nintendo DS was peak. 3DS didn't quite work for me.
The Vita was
thought the
peak, it's just that it was so expensive to develop games for it, and people were like, well, no one's buying it, so it's not worth it. It's
Yeah.
like, no one's buying it because there's no games for it yet. Make games!
I loved...
And then toward the end of its life cycle, it got me through my junior year of college, because I was driving to campus, and I had to just sit there for 2 hours waiting for my class. So I'm like, I'm gonna play P4 Golden. I'm gonna play Freedom Wars.
I'm just saying, when you are in college and you have a 3DS with Monster Hunter Tri on it and a hunting buddy, you are just absolutely set for those 3 years.
I didn't have friends in college. I was too busy with college and my full-time job.
I fucked up my first semester of college because me and my roommate were both into Call of Duty Black Ops. We became respectively the number 1 and 2 domination players on the planet.
Black Ops 2
I'm
came
not
out
even
my
lying.
freshman year, and I'm just like, oh.
Flip through the files, you'll find a legendary number 1 in domination. And in the fall of 2010 or 2011, whenever Black Ops came out, we were the kings of domination.
Good lord.
That's all we did was play Call of Duty.
Should have been streaming. You
streaming was brand new
streaming
back
was
then.
like, yeah.
And also, like I said, I only had time to play the game and go to class. There was no time to set up a computer.
No time for homework or studying.
Yeah, or set up a fucking computer, because all I had was a fucking laptop at that point. My roommate was an engineer. He had the big fucking PC, but I didn't know how that shit worked. I wasn't gonna fucking commandeer it.
But I just gaming is so lame now.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm even
It's a
wary
joke.
about buying. I'm even wary about buying Nintendo games. Like a couple of years ago, I would be like
Just buy
new
indie games
actual
like I
Nintendo
do.
game.
Nintendo's the only
the
brand.
sales section.
Nintendo's the only one I can still fucking trust.
Yup.
Yeah, like they make a good game, but even then, I'm like, what if I just don't like it that much, and I just feel like my money's been wasted or
Again,
something?
indie titles. Go in when everything is on sale. Buy all the $2 games that
Yeah.
look even remotely interesting to you. I promise you will get more value out of those, like, I don't know, what, 30 games you could buy for a full-price title?
I bought Hades for $10. It's my all-time favorite game.
Bro, Yes,
Hades
Your
is
Grace is one of the funnest games I've ever played, and it cost me like $3. It was incredible.
Grace.
My Child Lebensborn, fuck it up. Like, it's so fun. So yeah, that's what I do when I have a little extra cash. I'm like, what the fuck is on a ridiculous sale in the Switch store right now?
Otherwise,
I
all
would
I play
honestly-
is fan games and ROM hacks now.
I would really like a nice indie console with like a DS, the size
Like
of a
the
DS
Steam
or
Deck.
something.
No. Why do we need an indie console? It's
Just
PC.
make indie games.
Just an indie platform on the PC with Steam.
Yep.
I just want a small console to carry around with
That's
me.
fair.
I can
That's
play, like,
fair. That's a Steam Deck.
I mean,
That's a
like
Steam
a
Deck.
small one, like the Switch and
You
the,
know,
even the
I agree
Steam
with you.
Deck.
Now, like,
Too big,
like,
yeah.
like a Nintendo, like not even a DS, like a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, even that.
A Game Boy
Which
Advance.
I-
The Game Boy Advance SP
You need
was
a Raspberry Pi. Just build your own.
I have a
game-
Raspberry
the-
Pi.
the
I literally
fucking-
have
I
one.
The Game Boy Advance SP was the perfect game console ever made. You
That's
flip
true.
it. It was a little
That's
box
true.
you flip
I
open.
just-
It was perfect
I
size.
just want a small console that can fit in my pocket or something that I can walk
You're
around with
fucking
and play
smart.
Remind me
good
to mod
fucking
you a
games on.
Game Boy sometime.
I don't want. I don't want. Like, I know I want to play new games and stuff.
No. Like, trust me on this one. That can be done.
On like
It
a Game Boy?
depends on how much you
Yes.
want to spend. Like, you'll have to give her a piece of your soul and maybe like a left eye.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
witchcraft.
But I'll
with
do it.
gaming.
I'll solder it.
You'll use alchemy.
Yeah. I'm working on one right now. I need to solder this LCD screen into this junker I bought from Japan, and it'll be almost good to go. Like, I just haven't gotten around to it. I really need to get some more, like, what's the fluid called? Soldering paste, I think it's called. I'm almost out, and I'm like, if I just got off my ass and went and grabbed some. Like, it's so stupid the things I put off. But
What-
yeah.
What I was more getting into is like, I don't know, it would be nice if there was something kind of like the Ouya or whatever, but portable and was more about like an
The
open
Ouya.
source
The
fucking
fucking
store.
Ouya. Bad
Fucking
example.
Ouya. Look, at the time, the Ouya was kind of exciting.
Boo,
like when
just
it was
bring
coming
back the
out.
Vita. That's what I'm saying. Just bring back the Vita.
Who gets about as exciting as fucking AI generated art is right now? Like, fuck off.
Nah, it was kind of cool at the time when it was like, oh, this is like, just complete indie, like, company.
The minute I
making
saw that
console.
fucking game controller with the fucking touchpad,
Oh, yeah, that was
like,
dumb.
I'm like, fuck off. No, this is fucking stupid.
Like, I remember going to
People
2013
making moves just to
Comic-Con
make
and
moves.
seeing it. It was just cool at the time.
I hate when people do that. Like if you talk about gaming, like the Call of Duty clones back in the day, where like people would just make a less intuitive first-person shooter just because they wanted Call of Duty, but they couldn't be Call of Duty, and they had to be different. It's like, just say get the same controls. They work for a fucking reason.
They might be proprietary.
You can't fucking
What
patent
happened-
controls. Come on.
You know what else upsets me? What happened to all the free Korean MMOs? They used to be cool. I used to play like
I
a
was never
butt
into
ton
that
of them.
shit.
Are you talking about like, oh, what was that one I used to play?
Oh, like RuneScape? No.
Like Maple Story?
No, RuneScape is English.
like Virtual Magic Kingdom? Yeah.
Yeah, like Maple Story. Maple Story is
Maple
cool as hell.
Story is fucking sick.
I could not play it
you
now
could waste
though. I had
your
a great
life
time
on
Maple Story.
Story.
Yeah, I'd play like the freaking Angel Online, Flife. There were a
I
couple
had a
like
friend who
arena
almost
fight
failed
games.
her freshman year of high school because she was just on Maple Story all night, every night.
God, I mean, like what else was that? S4 League. Did either of you know that one?
Nope, never heard of it.
Ah, it was a badass game. It was like an anime
Lumina!
fighter.
That's what I'm thinking of. I think it was called Lumina.
Oh, I know Lumina.
It was like 3D and everything was chibi. That was like
I
the
also
first thing I
played-
did when I got my own laptop.
I also played what was it? Zodiac Online. That was a cool game. Low-key furry though.
Low-key. You're not low-key. You're
Low-key.
high-key
It was
now.
like every character was like
You
an
are a
animal
furry.
person.
You are a
Val?
character in Lackadaisy,
not a
Val.
furry.
And
You are
other-
a full-on
you are a
furry.
furry
that
voice
does, no,
actor.
that does not make me a furry.
You are a famous furry
You
voice
just
actor.
made money
you son
selling.
Of a bitch.
You just made money selling furry prints.
Do you know how many
I
women
did.
now want to fuck you because of that cat? Holy
you,
shit.
You
No,
are a
I hope
sponsor of the
none.
furry art industry.
No.
You are a
I'm just
patron
voice actor.
and an industry fucking vet now in furry art.
I'm just trying to make my money.
Yeah, and furry. Furry is a.
It's one of the most lucrative
Yeah.
areas of art. If you're going to be a professional artist, furry is perfectly respectable.
Furry's like the new
just-
furry porn's like the new renaissance, like just like these suspiciously wealthy aristocrats that friggin' buy an artist and let them live in their home and make furry art for
Oh,
millions of
come
dollars.
on, guys. I'm just trying to make some motherfucking money over here.
You're sitting here like we're saying this is a bad thing.
Aren't we all, Val? That's the whole point why we're here. Okay. Now, we've had about a half hour of some BS, and I know we got a couple angry fucking 9-year-olds in the fucking audience that want to hear about some manga
Oh,
for
just
a little bit.
timestamp it in the description. It's
I
fine.
never want a
Nothing-
timestamp.
Boo.
Honestly, nothing.
I mean, you
nothing
can timestamp
happened.
if you want. I'm done
Nothing
with it.
happened in
Upload
My
the
Hero
fucking thing.
Academia except for the fucking 5 weenies.
Okay, no, I actually want to, before we get to those, because Chainsaw Man is off this week, so we have a very short My Hero Academia chapter, and a very interesting One Piece chapter. But before then, Val, someone in the comments, our community post was like, hey, you guys didn't talk about News Exorcist. That's the 4th brand new manga. That was not out when we recorded last week, but it is now. So, Val, tell me if you heard this premise before. A high school-aged exorcist meets a beautiful woman from the spirit realm who can provide him with weapons to fight demons.
I'm literally watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I literally started watching it on Sunday.
I actually described Bone Collection, but that's half of what Jump has produced the past 5 years, and it's also the premise of News Exorcist.
I thought you could tell me that was Tokyo Demon Bride and I'd fucking believe you.
Yeah, because it was. Because it fucking was. It's everything they fucking do right now. This manga is everything I fucking hate about Jump trends right now, but it's also got a lot that I fucking like.
Oh
no, I know.
Oh no!
Okay, so the mangaka of this one is Kota Kawe. He seems to be brand new to the magazine. I can't track the rest of his work. I'm not sure what he assisted on. There's no way this motherfucker's fresh, because he's slinging an experienced pen right now. It's again, like I said, the premise is basic as fuck. It's every fucking paranormal fucking jump trend right now. But it is so competently written. It's got good character design. It's got good characterization. The only real problem with it, besides it being bullshit trends, is the fact that it lacks a ticking clock element, kind of like Tenmaku Circus doesn't have one. Tenmaku Cinema doesn't have one either. It seems like all these new jump manga are aware they're gonna get axed in like 10 chapters, so they're not even bothering with the plot anymore. So it's like it was an introduction to the characters and the world, but there is no semblance of a plot here. I don't know where the fuck this is going.
That just makes me sad.
What's that?
That just makes me sad.
I know, it's like they no one wants to bother with the plot anymore. It's like, all right, I'm getting like 16 chapters guaranteed.
I mean, they can't all be Fabricant 100.
I don't think it's a bad thing to start off a story as like, you know, one-offs or not even really trying to like do the semblance of a story at the beginning and really
again,
try and tackle what their character is about.
Yeah, that's why I like this one.
Yeah.
I'm just so angry because it's so basic, and this is probably the one that's gonna last. Again, because the audience was begging us to talk about this one, and I looked at the discourse on this one as well, and people love the fuck out of it, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's barely done anything.
Discord? The Discord or the Discourse?
Yeah, discourse I call it in quotations, meaning it's a mix of Discord, Twitter, the Manga Plus discussion boards.
Discourse is literally just people talking about shit.
Yeah, I'm just that's my word for the conversation.
But one thing to remember though about, especially because a lot of these people are probably younger, is a lot of these people might not have, you know, seen the millions of other times it's done. Like, we are either approaching or firmly in our 30s. Of course we think this has been rehashed a million times.
I call bullshit on
kids,
that. I call bullshit. This is people, it's the same thing we deal with when we're doing a bridging. When people want us to make the same joke that's been told on Twitter 1,000 times before. They love it. Repetition is the opiate of the fucking dumbasses, all right?
Ooh.
They fucking love reading the same thing over and over again. They fucking love it.
Careful there, buddy.
I'm not being, I tread dangerously.
I know.
That's why I'm a maverick in this industry,
okay.
all right? Because I'm also writing a supernatural manga.
That's true. That's true.
Because I know. And that's the reason.
Don't worry, kids. He's a filthy sellout, too.
Don't worry, kids. I know what you like. You like repetition, so I'm giving you more of the same as well. But mine is innovative, though. Because I talk about adaptational writing and innovative writing. I still have yet to see if New Way's Exorcist is innovative. It's definitely adaptive, but we need a plot. When I see the plot, I can judge if it's innovative or not. But right now, I am giving it a pass right now.
How far in is it? Just one chapter?
It's one chapter.
Oh, shush. It's one chapter.
I know, that's why I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the plot.
Give it a couple weeks to cook.
I'm just saying, we knew the plot the first chapter of JJK, at least.
That's fair.
Fucking Gege is fucking laughing on his throne right now. I talked about how fucking JJK's contemporaries were poisoning its own pot and dragging it down. Now, we have, like, raced to the bottom so fucking hard, nothing is even reaching JJK right now. Like, fucking good on you.
Wait, what do you mean reaching? Like it's not as good?
Jujutsu Kaisen is the king of the supernatural manga right now. Just because Chainsaw Man is such a fucking bitch to read weekly. It's still the best one. Like,
that's fair.
If you look at,
you're not reading it weekly.
If you look at the ratings right now,
I thought you were about to say he's not reading it right.
Basically, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Boruto. I'm sorry, basically, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Boruto are all individually in their own fucking echelon. Like, their own rating. They each have significantly their own rating system. Then there's everything else.
Hey, wait, hold on.
And
I'm
One
sorry,
Piece,
I
and One
mentioned
Piece
this
as well.
already once before, but frankly, I think you're not giving credit to a very notable mover and shaker right now.
What?
And you guys talk about this all the time, so I'm shook that you haven't mentioned Fabricant 100.
No, doesn't. It's probably gonna get
Apparently
canceled.
that's in trouble.
Is it really?
I am talking purely about readership ratings.
Die.
I am talking about literally Jump Plus. You can literally see the number of people reading online.
That's why I don't look at those numbers,
Plus-
because
no,
I'll cry. I'd
plus
rather
that-
be slapped in the face by the surprise
so
than it getting
that
canceled.
plus volume sales. Like I said, basically, so I should say there's 4. This is it's Chainsaw Man at the very top, then a couple 100,000 you get JJK in One Piece, and then another couple 100,000 you get Boruto, and then another couple 100,000 you get to My Hero Academia and the rest. And right now, fucking Fabricant 100 is not even on this fucking list.
But it's so good! What the fuck?
It's I call bullshit.
It is my fucking favorite.
Because
I'm gonna cry. It's like Full Metal Alchemist, but like,
But the mangaka has a Twitter account now. That's usually a good fucking sign.
Finally.
That they're sticking around. But that being said, the way the story is going right now, because they talk about that, there's 100 Fabricants, and the main bad guy is apparently...
We just met Fabricant number 1,
yes,
yeah.
and that's why people are getting fucking
I'm very nervous.
It might be a Demon Slayer...
Especially because his character design is not remarkable,
Yeah.
which is always a bad sign when you get to your big baddie
Yeah.
and it's like...
But that being said, remember, Demon Slayer also introduced its big bad a couple chapters in. So, like...
That's true. And that's the
as
thing,
a fake
I'm
out.
hoping that it's like Fabricant 100 kicks the ass of everyone he brought with him, and then he slinks off into the shadows to, like, get stronger.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm hoping they're setting up right now. And, like, based on the fact that this fight is gonna last, it looks like, for a couple chapters, my hope is that that's the case.
I know, I'm only worried just because Jump has been just fucking merciless. Like, it's always been a fucking tough magazine to hang on. But it's even worse. We discussed this last week where, like, the leadership at Jump, they want every fucking series to be as viral as Boruto minimum.
Well, see, and this is why I don't get how Blue Box gets 90 chapters, but then shit like, I don't know, Hunter's Guild gets
It's
axed
vetted.
in 13.
If Blue Box came out today, I don't think it would last.
Like, I am shaken that it's still around.
Basically, like, their whole, like, goals right now, the culture of the magazine has changed in the span of a year. The moment they start taking Jump Plus seriously, things have fucking changed. And, like, I don't know how fucking Ichinose's, the Ichinose family's sins is going to last.
Honestly,
It feels like he's rushing
there's
up the
never
deadline.
been a
it's
better
about to
time
end.
to subscribe to Viz. Like, I'm subscribed to both now, and like, even though Viz, a lot of stuff is like, oh, you have to buy the volumes digitally, it's like, there's so much free shit there right now that you can't find with Jump, and the value is pretty decent for $2.
They're the same companies. The value's so fucking... Like, a membership... What's a membership at fucking Jump Plus? $5?
It's $4 right now, I think.
It's
Whereas
a fucking
Viz is
steal.
$2.
And fucking K-Manga's like, you can buy tokens, and these many tokens gets you one magazine that you get to rent for like a day. Oh, fuck off. Fucking gouging.
I don't know what that one is, but yeah.
That fucking shit's gonna tank. I have to laugh because
I've never seen this
all
shit.
the
What is
fucking
it?
all the leak scanners were like, okay, K-Manga's coming out next month, so this is the last time we're gonna do this because we want to respect the wishes. Now that's gonna be because we only do this because it's a service issue, and now that's freely available to everyone.
It's
We're
not.
gonna bow out. I bet you they're all fucking like going fuck. I bet you they all come back in another month and like, yo,
Absolutely.
fuck you. Fan leakers are coming the fuck back for Kodansha properties. Holy shit. Because all the Jump people sure as fuck don't. Jump's a steal, and fan translators are still out in force because we talked about this before. Localization is still a fucking frontier right now. It's still a wild frontier. Until Jump gets fucking faster with their localization, which I understand could be a quality issue, but my god, fan translators are kicking ass right now. Like, this is a Sega hire this man situation. Like, imagine if you gave those people
that's
your
what
resources.
I need to do. I need to get into fan translation.
I thought you were about to say get into actual translation. Like, fuck no, they treat their guys like shit.
But I am working
That's
on
the reason why I don't want-
translation. I mention it every
Yeah.
so often, but one of these days, I'm gonna put out that first volume of Kotaro Lives Alone in English.
But that's the reason why I don't want to egg on increasing the rate of English localization officially, because my god, it's already fucking dire over there.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So do you want to talk about My Hero Academia?
Yeah, I want to talk about My Hero Academia. It's really obvious at this point that Horikoshi's schedule is like so fucking all over the place.
He's whacked. He had a comment saying that, so apparently he had intestinal issues, was the deal.
Ooh.
And he's like, oh yeah, I'm eating normal solid foods again. Like, bro, what does that even fucking mean? Because fucking Hunter's manga, because like, yo, I can sit in a chair again. but only like but then you find out like he shits in a shower and he's laying fucking back. Like Japan's so fucked up. They fucking lie to your fucking face. I'm worried about Horikoshi. I'm so fucking worried.
I think he just wants to finish it at this point.
Does he
I
really?
guess.
Because we talked about this last week, where he's digging around with the lore.
Yeah, he is. I think he just wants it all to be satisfying. Like,
And that's fair. No, that's fair. I'm just like, bro, I want you to be alive when it's done.
Because even I wondered.
I want Horikoshi to do another series so fucking badly, Val. He's one of my favorites. He's one of my fucking favorites.
Good. No, and I'm sure he will, but it's like, the fact is, like, he obviously he either needs to take the fucking few months off or something, or...
He needs, I don't want him to be done with My Hero Academia and, like, he's, like, on a fucking respirator and, like, he can't make manga ever again.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but am I looking at an Ahegao cover right now?
No. So the cover of this
is what it looks
so
like.
basically once in a while, Horikoshi does a special chapter issue cover. And Val mentioned this right before the podcast.
Horikoshi needs to be stopped. What am I looking at?
This is not even the worst.
This is so horny. I know Invisible Girl's cover was fucking horny as hell. What the?
Yeah, he's always been horny.
Yeah. So the reason why he did. So the reason why he did this because Val,
about.
you said, why did he do this cover with Token Ochako and then not focus on that fight? It's because he's trying to promo the new volume cover. Which you can see on the top right of
which
that
I
issue
hate.
cover.
I don't know which one I hate more. Holy shit. This is so unapologetically horny.
I think this one's cooler.
I actually think
yeah,
this one
it's
looks
cooler,
cool
but
as
it's
fuck.
still horny as fuck.
Yeah, honestly, I think the volume cover is a downgrade compared to the issue cover.
That is a top-bottom relationship if I've ever seen one. Look at this shit. Look at these lesbians.
He has always been horny with Ochako and Toga. It's such a shame. If only Ochako was
if
allowed
they
to
were
be a
adults,
character.
I'd be down.
It's a shame this is on fucking Jump and Ochako was allowed to, not be fucking betrothed to Midoriya.
Well, that's the whole problem. She's too girly. Like, any girly character in a
think
shonen is doomed to be disrespected.
She wasn't that girly when she was introduced,
her hair is
though.
to her shoulders. She was doomed to this fate from the moment the design was finalized.
She was like borderline greasy fucking bumpkin when she was introduced.
I remember
I like
that from the
Ochako.
first season.
I miss it so fucking much.
The design with the pink and the shoulder-length hair, she was always doomed to be a Mary Sue eventually. There was no way.
I don't think she's a Mary Sue. I mean, she did
No, she's not a Mary Sue. She's
save-
just a fucking love interest.
Oh,
Yeah.
are those not the same thing these days?
Look,
I consider
think
I
the
consider
fact of
Mary
the
Sue
matter
into a
is
protagonist.
we have to give all of these
Like a
characters
main
a lot of
character.
like. We gotta give these characters some leeway, to be honest, because it's just that Horikoshi is
Well, it's
pulled
Jump.
we
No,
don't.
it's
them
not
throughout the
Horikoshi's fault. It's
story.
Jump. It's his editor's fault because he
okay.
clearly had plans for Ochako.
So
and
we
then,
can give
Ochako
Horikoshi
was
some
a
leeway.
fine
and Jump said
character.
not girl enough. Ew, girls don't want
I-
money. They want to get married.
I really do think that most of the My Hero Academia characters were fine characters upon their,
Their introduction,
introductions
yes.
and
And that's
everything.
the thing.
And
I am
people-
not saying that original Ochako was bad. I loved season 1, season 2
no,
Ochako.
and fans are still writing on the introductions to these characters to this very fucking day. They're still doing that, and it's like, bro, your designs can be fucking awesome, and you can still be a shitty character. All right,
And
these
that's the
two
thing.
can both exist.
I think Horikoshi is super aware of this and how much he's actually riding on this ending because he's chosen to end it earlier than people want, than the magazine
Endeavor
wants.
is such a great character, and that should not be allowed, considering how all these characters were introduced. I love Endeavor. I understand your guys' hate for Endeavor, but people hate on Endeavor for the wrong reasons. The reason they should be mad at Endeavor is the fact that he was allowed to be the best character in this series. He is leaps and bounds the best fucking character. He's the main. If it's not Mount Lady, Endeavor is the main character in My Hero Academia. You cannot argue against this. It is the
You
logical
can,
truth.
but you'll lose.
You will lose against me.
I
have a
genuinely wanted to get
podcast.
back to
Debate me on
Deku
Twitter,
and stuff.
bro.
To be honest, I want to see what's going to happen with that. But I've
Oh,
said
well,
many
we're seeing what's
times-
happening. There's a big explosion, and they're doing a father, son, daughter, mother Kamehameha right now, and it's fucking sick. But also, it's 10 chapters of people giving their thoughts and prayers.
And then Todoroki comes in, or Shoto comes in
5
on
Wheeze,
Ida,
man,
and
let's go!
It looks like a fucking air gear. thing.
Yeah,
or
they made a fucking jet plane out of ice. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Fucking
And it's just
Horikoshi
like
making moves to make moves. This is pointless.
And I thought it was touching when the kids are just like, after all, we still got 5 weenies.
I'm glad the editor had to like explain why he's called 5 weenies, man. Over half the whole fucking series ago, he was named 5 weenies, man.
That was literally like back in what, post Overhaul or something?
No, that was post. Oh yeah, I guess that was right after Overhaul, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. It was. Nah, you might be right. It might be before Overhaul.
It's during that time. Let's say it happened at the same time as Overhaul. It was post Camino accident.
Oh, okay then. Okay.
It's post All Might versus All for One. That's for sure. Like right after that. Like
Yeah,
because basically
good.
like Midoriya went off to fight Shie Hisakai, and then Bakugo and Todoroki got left behind to go to fucking remedial courses, and that's when it happened. And it was still better than the Overhaul arc.
Also, they called back to the guy who was like, "Yeah, Endeavor" in the crowd.
Can't you see, man?
Yeah, can't you see, man? It's and then I guess that I thought for a minute the entire Todoroki family were just dead or something when I saw the explosion.
They might be.
Oh my
That'd be
God.
kind of sick. What if Horikoshi's like, yeah, I know these are your favorite characters. I know logically, like objectively, these are the best characters. Let's kill them all.
I don't know if the entire Todoroki family is the best. Like they've got a tragic like joint story, yeah, but I think Endeavor's the one pulling all the weight for that.
I like how like, oh my god, Todoroki, Shoto's here. And it's like, bro, I think Shoto's the worst Todoroki. Like he's like, don't worry, horny tweens. Your favorite character's here. He otherwise has no fucking purpose other than to look good.
I also hated
And adults
this
who
bit.
had a crush on Zuko growing up.
I actually hated this bit as well, the bit where Dabi's going, everyone's looking at me. Oh, so that's how it is. If it was really that simple, this should have happened, this should have been sooner. I'm like, is that your, like, moment of, I'm not even sure.
He just wanted to be
at
felt
this
seen
point.
by his family. He was a neglected
I know,
child.
but it's like,
he has first child
Dabi,
syndrome.
God damn, you're like, everything that you've like gone up to, you saying that means nothing to me.
I know, it's pointless.
It's really pointless. Like, Dabi seemed like the one who had the most conviction in what he was actually doing. I liked
how he was a force of nature.
Yeah, he literally danced when, like, he revealed to
I
Endeavor
think
that he was
Dabi's
his
dance
son.
shit's fucking stupid. So I'm writing the war arc right now for the abridged. And I just completely skipped that shit. I'm like, that was so fucking dumb. It's a great manga. Like, it looks great in a manga panel. But in the anime, it's just like, what? You're making moves to make moves, bro. Like you're just dancing. This is you could stop and talk like an adult.
It's just...
This is motion for the sake of
just not
motion.
feeling
There's
it.
no point to the dance.
Dabi should have been done earlier. Like, when Todoroki
A lot of
initially beat
characters
him.
should have been done earlier.
Yeah. Dabi should have been finished earlier, but then they were like, no, we want to make it more, I guess.
But I do like the whole I do like that the whole family is here and accountable, though. Leading up to this, I like that part of it. I'm glad Dabi's around so their family can fucking take ownership of this bullshit.
I just don't. I know you say
Fucking
Eri's
discipline your
Eri's
kids.
gonna come in any moment and fix everything, and I'm just not looking forward to it.
It's gonna be
God
funny.
damn.
It's gonna be so funny when Eri has to fix everything.
Is Eri just a Dragon Ball?
Basically.
I mean, at the end of the day, I guess.
all seven when you get
All
down
7
to it.
in one little girl. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
Damn, girl.
Then we go
That's
to One
7
Piece
balls in you.
because we got like we should be friendly to our
no.
editors.
That is a child.
Sabo basically takes out all of the guards at Marijois.
So now we know where this takes place. It's definitely before Egghead.
Yeah, no,
There was some
I
confusion.
knew this was before Egghead. It was just stuff like the Garp fight and like.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're still confused, aren't we? This is the only one
Yeah,
we know
'cause-
what happens on time.
Because we know that some of the Blackbeard pirates are going to Egghead. We don't know which ones. We don't know if it's actually Blackbeard. We don't know if it's like Aokiji and Van Arga or something like that. Well, probably not Van Arga because he was with Blackbeard when Law got. So I'm just really still all over the place with that. It's annoying. But Sabo rendezvouses with Jewelry Bonnie, and this is how Jewelry Bonnie ended up at Egghead. This is when she started going there. Sabo is going to free Kuma along with the others, which is how he gets into that situation, I think. Or, he just goes to do his thing. But what's interesting is the backstory of the previous, or one of the oldest rulers of Alabasta since after the Void Century. Where
Really?
I'm thinking, personally, it's not going to be as simple as, oh, we just killed your ruler. I think Im might be Lily?
That's what it seems to be implied.
Yeah. Which, nice way to tie Vivi. It makes sense because Vivi, Lily, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess nice way to potentially tie Vivi into the finale of the story, but it's almost kind of crazy, I guess, that like these characters, like as far back as that felt like, well, this is just a segment of the story that we're gonna go past. It's probably not gonna be that relevant later on, but it feels like we're calling back to a lot of old stuff, which is smart. But I always kind of imagine with One Piece, if this stuff was gonna happen, it would be like a lot of brand new characters, to be honest. But I guess Oda's working with what he's got. Oh, also Charlos, I guarantee.
I was about to say it. He got God. Holy shit.
He's not dead, I guarantee.
I was
He's
it's
just
One
going
Piece.
to be
There's no
like,
way he's actually dead.
you know when like Tom gets like punched so hard in Tom and Jerry that he becomes an accordion?
Yeah.
That's going to be like, that's St. Charlos.
But that being said,
forever
right,
now.
like, let's say he actually was dead. That's fucking brutal.
Agreed.
Dude got fucking squished.
You got the look how they massacred my boy.
They literally do that line like, oh my god.
They massacred my boy.
Look how they massacred my boy.
So, I was really down on One Piece last week, honestly.
I didn't say
'cause
this chapter was kind of hype.
It was kind of cool. It's building. The pressure is
Yeah,
finally building. I
don't give a damn about
something.
Sabo, but this whole shit with Lily, this is fucking sick.
It's just so nice to have something
An emu.
happening. Also, really nice cover for all of the girls. Not all the girls. They got a lot of girls though. A lot of girls here.
Oh, the color spread?
Yeah, the color spread was nice.
I completely missed the color spread. I saw the jump cover with Luffy and thought that was sick as fuck.
Yeah, with the skull with King on it. That is cool as
The
hell.
hat, like this chat did that. I completely missed the color spread inside.
Yeah, it's just like all the girls riding a wave. Jewelry Bonnie's trying to eat like a freaking a giant koi fish. And everyone's just having a nice time. They even got the Queen of Dwarfland and Sugar, I think her name was. I'm surprised there's no Monet, actually. I don't know, they couldn't put everyone there. So yeah, One Piece, it's kind of getting hype. Oh yeah, also, I love the bit where Morley, like, grabs Kuma when he's trying to tie up Shirahoshi. He just hug. Oh, stop bullying Kuma! Leave him alone.
Yeah, leave Kuma alone. He's not himself, friend.
Morley's just a big fucking gay bear, and he's cool as fuck. I'm here for it. I like Morley. He's got his trident and everything, and he's just really sensitive and nice. Any thoughts on One Piece though?
Like I said, the
know-
shit with Emu, I love the shit with the fucking throne and there's not 20 swords, there's
throne is
only
cool as
19. I'm like, oh fuck. Man, obviously you didn't let us know this beforehand, but this was all planned from chapter 1.
It leads me to wonder, like, yeah, how like, who is Eam? Are we gonna see them next chapter? I would actually love it if we saw them.
Nope,
next
we're
chapter.
going back to Egghead.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, I like Egghead. I want to be back on Egghead where things are happening, because goddamn, like, with the pause that we've had on Egghead, I'm gonna be really pissed off if we just go back to, like, the how it was in terms of pacing. You know, I think Egghead needs to speed up with, like, this sudden, like, break that we've decided to have. I don't know.
Speaking
it's
of break,
just crazy.
One Piece goes on break next week.
Oh, yeah. it
And
does,
so do
actually.
we, because Steena and I are on vacation.
Woohoo!
And I hope you have a fabulous time. I mean, I get why it'd be a break, because honestly, this chapter actually looked really good.
This was this is one of the
way
best looking
through.
chapters in a while, actually.
Yeah, like the bit where they get back to Shirahoshi being like enchained by Kuma or whatever, tied up by Kuma. Suddenly I felt like there was like kind of a jump in how the pictures looked. Like, I feel like Oda really enjoys drawing Saint Charlos, especially when he's getting the shit kicked out of him, because suddenly, I don't know, all the ink was just popping and everything. The expression is just really great, and I really like this panel of like Shirahoshi being tied up with like, the fucked up Kuma and everything. It just looks really good. But that's all I got. Like, otherwise, this is better than it has been for like the last
for a good while,
couple weeks. Yeah. For a little while, because like I said, it's just been a bit funny, One Piece, lately, in terms of its pacing and all the cutting back and forth to different events and whatnot. I want some like structure very, very soon, and I think we're gonna get it.
Right. Yeah, so that being said, like I said, One Piece is on break next week, so are we, and I think this is where we should venture off at.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, so yeah, everyone, thank you for joining us. Like I just said, we're not going to be here next week, but we'll be there the following, and then, like, when do you go on vacation, Val? It's actually 2 weeks after. It's like mid-June?
Yeah, like, second week of June.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have to take 2 weeks off, but I guess our vacations are that separated, so... we'll be back in 2 weeks then, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
So we'll be back when One Piece is back, basically.
Yeah.
All right, till then, everyone, take care.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Mind the gap as you exit our podcast safely. Rebuild of Joycast is hosted by Ivan LeRoy and Valentine Stokes. LeRoy's written and directed works can be found on the Joyride Entertainment YouTube channel and the soon-to-be-released original web manga, Paramedic. Val's dulcet tones can be heard in many of your favorite anime and web series, such as Ruby, Lackadaisy, Gunbuster, Death Battle, and more. This episode was edited by Steena Carey, with YouTube version edited by Cody Rock. Music provided by Lofi Geek. Intro and outro narration by Steena Carey. Outro music composed by Michael Pejovich. Logo and visuals designed by Ivan LeRoy. Motion graphic by Icaro Gabriel 17. Rebuild of Joycast is produced by Joyride Entertainment and Rock Voice Productions LLC, and made possible thanks to Patreon donations from generous listeners like you. This month's highest tiered Patreon producers are Mr. Host, Gooner Bear, MerryBowTie, Hope D. Cruz, Phantom Thief, and Shawn Bekaert. If you would like your name shouted out at the end of each podcast, an invite to our private Discord to interact with fans and cast and crew, or early access to all our content, be sure to check out the Joyride Entertainment Patreon. Links provided in the description. Thank you for keeping Joyride's engine burning.